Hey everybody, uh, I recently put out a Craigslist ad for a short film that is called An Excerpt From. I am the writer and the director, Anthony Barajas, or my real name, Antonio Barajas. Uh, Professionally, years ago, it was put Antonio Z Barajas. And you guys are probably thinking, wow, this guy's pretty old. Well, um, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. I want to thank you all who have emailed to the casting call and to the crew call. And, we're really hoping that November and December will be the beginning and the end of shooting this short film. And of course, with short films, not a lot of money is involved. I'm spending a lot of it on production design, and getting locations. It's everything when you make a picture and want it to have that look. It's got kind of a 40-50 feel to it, being a black and white film. But I've always had associates and friends that have been involved in Hollywood, and there were certain reasons back in the 1990s where I didn't, as to why I didn't get involved with Hollywood. It was a party that I went to, and some people that were very, very deep into, which I'm still friends with today, with the studio system and certain things that you had to do to become rich and famous. I'm going to make this short. I wasn't willing to do that, so I put it on hold. Let's just say I put it on hold. I'm hoping with the climate today that things do change. I don't like the way actresses or actors like to be called actors, so out of respect, I'll call you actors, women. I don't like the way they were treated. The casting couch, I'm not about that. I believe if somebody has a dream, it's my dog chewing on limbs. I believe if somebody has a dream, you don't mess with that dream. That's like unforgivable sin, where you mess with people's dreams and you make them do things that they absolutely abhor and find disgusting. This happened a lot in Hollywood, and there are many other things that kept me from going that Hollywood route. And also the fact that a DP, very well-known DP who did Prison Break, cinematographer who did all the Prison Break shows here in Dallas, and has worked with big-time directors. He said, be prepared to lose your family if you get into this. And I had just started my family in the 90s. And so I put it on hold. And even in the 2000s, I was trying to do something even then. Hopefully, maybe things had changed. And, things still didn't change. My press agent, I was trying to get a picture produced. I went to Hollywood. My press agent did such a great job. Nothing became of it, but done such a great job that the Dallas Observer did an article on me. It's under the Almighty, who is the Almighty Z, meaning Antonio Z Barajas, who's yet to do anything in the film in the film business or the film industry. But there were reasons why I just I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and so it's like I'm starting off again. But I always thought, if I did a short film, I've done many short films, but if I did a short film, this film is not only going to be my calling card, but it's going to be special, which is why I made a black and white film, because people in Hollywood, the elites, they love to see black and white films. There's a reason why I got a shoot 'em up massacre scene at the end of this short story. Love lost by death and murder and spy and assassin and mob guys and thugs and well, you get the picture. That's what attracts Hollywood. That's what attracts people and drives them to want to see your picture when you have all these elements. The only thing is doing it right. And that's where this comes in, is that whoever's involved in the short picture, down to the extras, to the crew, and to the actors, I want you to have, as part of your personality, it's already got to be part of your personality, passion. Because passion is what's going to show up on the screen. Not just the script, not just the acting, the direction, cinematography, and the production design layout. The passion is going to show up behind the script, up on the screen. And that's really what I want from each individual that's part of this. If you don't have passion, forget about it. If you're out to make a buck, forget about it. Because I'm going to tell you a little story here about passion. Is there's been a lot of writers in Hollywood that have written scripts, and they do it for nothing. John Milius, who wrote the Apocalypse Now script, he waited, I think it was 10 years to get this thing made. Eventually got paid. There's a lot of waiting. I think you have to understand this about the entertainment business, because you can go out and shoot something, but is that really what you're about? Are you about picking a project that is going to make you shine, not only as an actor, as in my case, a director, producer, writer, film score, a sound person, being a cast member that's part of something, an extra that's part of something that could later become or be on every damn film that the main keys had made, and the calling card that they have now gets them bigger productions. That's the way this business happens. There was this individual that was a writer, and he befriended a horse wrangler, stuntman / stunt coordinator. And the stunt coordinator got to know this writer because he had written a script and he was still trying to get something produced. And this horse wrangler read it, and of course you can only take so many falls off of a horse or punches as you're getting older. So he wanted to turn producer, this friend. And so he turns over this script and says to this writer, who he really liked this screenplay that the writer had made. And he says, I wonder, he's thinking, this producer, this horse wrangler turned producer is thinking, I wonder if he could do this script, polish it up. It was a really great script. And the only thing, the story was really good. It was set in the 1800s as a Western. And the only thing this writer did was made it more theatrical, made it more epic, put scenes in it that just, that would have the audience floored if they saw it. Nothing became of that. Well, here comes the next script. That same producer goes up to the writer and says, can you look at this script. It's based on the life of a gunslinger. I'm not saying all the specifics and the details because it's still being produced, which is why you don't want to have just one egg in the basket. You want to have a lot of different eggs in the basket as you're doing this. But it's risk. You're taking a risk on the bigger things, and that's what I want you to see. So this writer looks at the script and he's like, I don't know. Worst case scenario, movie of the week. The writer says, let me write it, rewrite it. Let me do you a whole different script. The thing is that the writer loved the story enough to do all the research on this real life-based autobiography of this gunslinger in the 1800s. So, you wrote the whole script all over again. By the time it was over with, it was like 147 pages, maybe 157 pages. It's either 47 or 57, 100. He was up night and day, night and day. He didn't get paid. He did not get paid. And like I said, it's still being produced. But he didn't get paid a dime for it. But it turns out this writer has passion. He loves getting a script, tearing it to pieces, seeing the jigsaw puzzle, and seeing what other piece he could add to the jigsaw puzzle, customizing it and writing it in, or just making a whole completely different puzzle altogether. And that's passion, because he's doing something that he loves doing. On the one hand, you have films and projects and video. Really, we don't shoot with film today. I'll call it 4K, because that's what we shoot in now, 6K, 4K. That are shooting 4K pictures, 4K short films. But is there anything behind it? Is there anything really new to say? Is there anything? How daring is the director? How daring is the producer? Is it an ambitious script that you just got a hold of? Is it something that, wow, if this is done right, with passion, and the right direction, what will the film festivals be doing with this short film? Like they've said many times in Hollywood, at the Oscars, a short film that's nominated is really a calling card for a director, for a producer, for the sound guy, for the cinematographer, for the art direction, for the production designer. They're really the same, for the set, for everybody. And a lot of directors that have used extras and have used a lot of different people didn't have to be for the main roles. When they made their bigger pictures, they called all those people back and said, hey, I now got the funding to pay you what Hollywood pays. And I think that's what you want to look for. Is this the script that will take me beyond? That will get me noticed as an actor, that will have my ability to act spotlighted. And that's the one thing that I do want to do as a director, is all the actors that are involved is really shine a spotlight, take those 1930, 1940 poses that really, those iconic shots that you see a lot in black and white, is take that and find a way to work that in to the picture. A short picture, a short film, or a short 4K picture that's going to pack a punch. And it is my intention to leave with the massacre scene that happens at the end, people's mouths dropping on the floor. You know, shoot 'em up, blood, Sonny Corleone, all these 7 individuals. Then you can imagine 7 Sonny Corleones getting shot at a table. And you don't hear the gunfire. You know what you hear? All you hear is or timpanis rolling like thunder, and a gong beating like a heartbeat as everybody's getting shot up. I think it's more operatic, I think, doing it that way rather than right out blunt. You know, but you have music or heartbeat of drums set to it, thundering drums and a gong, and it sounds more haunting than it does just an in-your-face punch, and you're left with a certain shock and awe with just that sound of rolling timpanis that sound like thunder, and the sound of a gong that's almost like a heartbeat. So it, you know, it's going to show up on the screen. I do have people that are wanting to see it, that have been waiting to see it. I feel like this is a good time to do it, you know, but I've had 3 Celestes. I don't know if they read the scene where the coffin scene where the guy digs her up, and Dorian digs her up, and she comes out of the coffin and they kiss passionately. You know, I want the actress to kiss the actor like she means it, a longing and a hunger. If you don't got it, don't apply. If you're afraid of COVID, do not apply. A lot of people are freaked out about COVID, which, you know, it's already been determined by even the CDC that the flu and pneumonia, these are worse than COVID because of the percentage death rate. But then again, media has everybody freaked out, and that's understandable. That's to each his own. This will be where you wear masks. All the crew will wear masks, except the actors. The actors are not going to wear masks. Afterwards, cut. Put a mask on. But you know, I do need an actress that will kiss the actor, and that will. You have to look like you love the main character, Dorian King, and same thing with Dorian. You have to look like you really love, and that's Dorian King role has been filled. Danny Flynn role has been filled. You know, I'm still looking for Marlowe. It's just, to me, what's very important is the look. To me, I see a very thin Marlowe with an oddly shaped head, because Marlowe is all white makeup. When he assassinates somebody, he puts his makeup of all white, paints his lips black, and puts in one of those black contact lenses into his eyes, so you don't see his eyes. You just see black. You just see darkness. It's a very sinister look. It's almost horrifying. And so, you know, that's, to me, that's to see the image of somebody very thin and the shadows up against the wall of this assassin. Almost, you know, it made me think of that was, what made me think of that was Nosferatu, when he's going up the stairs. A very thin figure, you know, very sinister look to him. So anyways, I've sent some of you the script, those that have speaking parts. Again, you know, I want passion. If you don't have passion and you're just in it for a buck, don't apply. You know, it's I guess, to me, I want the crew, I want the actors, I want you all to have creativity in your mind in doing this, and in making this picture. I had one actor, how much do I get paid? That was the first thing out of his mouth. I haven't called him back. um, because he's in it for just the buck. The passion isn't there. If I have somebody who wants to lead, and he's like, how much do I get paid? That passion, already I know it's not going to be on the screen. The creativity. I remember a quote from Fellini when he came to Hollywood, when he went to Hollywood and he made a picture for Hollywood because he was very successful in Italy. Very successful. But he did it with a small minimum amount of money. He came to Hollywood and they threw all this money at him. And he's like, they asked him, well, what happened? You know, newspapers and magazines, why did your film do terrible? And he says, well, in Hollywood they throw all this money at you. You have all these different crews, and they get paid a lot of money. But the creativity wasn't there. To have less money forces you to become creative. And I truly believe that. You know, watch, what is that? Watch the making of Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know, it's, you want to be a great actor, a great damn good actor, even if you're just an actor that is like a B-list actor. You know, watch Lawrence of Arabia. Watch Omar Sharif's. It's as if they are the character, you know, and they behave like the character, not themselves. You know, another one that comes to my mind, There Will Be Blood. I watched The Phantom Thread the other day. Amazing film. But then again, Daniel Day-Lewis is a pretty amazing actor. Raging Bull, De Niro. You know, you got to behave like the character, otherwise you won't get noticed. You will not get noticed. Anyways, that's it. Don't let COVID scare you from coming to apply. Actors, crew, as long as you have a mask on set, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. That's it. Any questions? Some of you have my number. We'll talk to you later.